Hello everyone, Demise709 here on the No Limit YouTube channel page for this week's deck profile, fun deck profile. It was supposed to happen last week, but something kind of came up. My cat had to be put down last week, and yeah, just leave it at that. So yeah, that's why there was nothing last week. So we're doing the deck profile for this week, and what we're going to be doing for the fun little deck profile for this week is kind of like the old Demise OTK type of deck. Obviously not something that I would completely just go to a YCS with and hope to do well with, but it's still something fun to play, so that's kind of why we're covering it. So yeah, let's just get into the build, and then I'll explain some of the card choices, and yeah, we'll move from there. So starting off with the monsters, we have 1 Metal Armored Bug, 3 Insect Knight, 3 Neo Bug, 1 Ancient Gear Gadgetron Dragon, 3 Doomdozer, 3 Sonic Bird, 3 Manju of the 10,000 Hands, and 3 Demise, King of Armageddon. Basically your key card of the deck. Spells, we have 2 Trade-ins, 2 Swing of Memories, 1 End of the World, 2 Advanced Ritual Art, 1 Limiter Removal, 3 Megamorph, and 3 Gear Town. Of course, this isn't as good anymore because of the new ruling, but it still works. And then for the traps, we have 3 Reckless Greeds and 3 Royal Decrees. Extra deck, you hardly ever really use the extra deck, but it does come in handy to have it, so obviously it's here. But yeah, anyways, extra deck, we have 2 Felgran, the Divine Dragon Knight, or Divine Dragon Knight Felgran, whichever name you want to go with, whatever. 1 Alcei, the Sylvan High Protector, 1 number 85 Crazy Box, 1 number 39 Utopia, 1 number 103 Ragna Zero, 1 number 50 Black Ship of Corn, 2 number 101 Silent Honor Arc, 1 Castel, the Skyblaster Musketeer, 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 Evil Storm Exciting Knight, 1 Lavolval Chain, 1 Abyss Dweller, and 1 Gaga Cowboy, because you never know when you're going to need Gaga Cowboy to do that final damage. Just saying. So, card choices, obviously with Advanced Ritual Art, we have to have the normals. And you kind of want to use the insects because of Doomdozer. You can send 2 4s to the graveyard for Demise. Banish after you blow the field with Demise. You can bring out Doomdozer and then equip it with Megamorph to go for game. You can also send Metal Armored Bug to the graveyard, blow up the field, bring it back with this, and then Megamorph it for game because it is the same attack power as Doomdozer. So I mean, there's that. We only play the 1 Gadgetron Dragon because you really only need 1 unless it gets like banished by Bottomless or something. Which is not as likely, of course, and you can get them from your hand, graveyard, or deck with Gear Town, so it doesn't really matter where it's at. So having 1 kind of reduces your chances of drawing into it and just not being able to do anything with it. At least that's my, thought process whenever it comes to it. Swing of Memories, originally I had 2 MSTs in here, and I'm still kind of iffy on not having MST in here, just because having extra ways of getting rid of back row and making sure that you can make a play is always nice, of course. But Swing of Memories has also been playing very well for me, being able to bring back another level 4 if I have like the Manju or whatever I can overlay for something, things like that. Same applies with Sonic Bird. Like if I have one of them in the graveyard, I can summon one of those and just bring one of the other normals in my graveyard back and overlay if I need to. I mean, it's just there, and like I said, you can kind of go for game with Metal Armored Bug and Demise if you happen to have this with, Megamorph. Royal Decrees, I mean, you're only playing 6 traps, and these you're going to usually fire off if you have multiples anyways. So, I mean, Decrees kind of just there to make sure that your stuff goes off. Don't really know like what all else I really need to explain in regards to that. Limiter, obviously there to kind of act as like another Megamorph when it comes to Ancient Gear Gadgetron Dragon, which usually is the one that you end up getting out more often than Doomdozer, believe it or not. It's kind of hard to like say because I've played it a lot recently, and I can think of like a lot of different things that you can do with the deck. But I mean, I don't know. Another reason why I'm kind of iffy about the MSTs, by the way, is because MST can actually trigger your Gear Town, which is always nice, of course. But yeah, it's still kind of, that new ruling kind of screws over Gear Town so badly, it's not even funny. But it's still good. It's especially good for the whole Demise deck, because I mean, this deck just enjoys blowing up everything, including the Gear Town. I also considered playing Terraforming, but Terraforming, it wouldn't draw the way I wanted it to, so I decided not to play it. Normally I don't need it either. I can usually play around that, not having the gear town to get my Galvatron. Again, we do have Doomdozer, and we do have the accessibility of Metal Armor Bug if you have the swinging memories for it, of course. And I mean, you're almost always going to have the Advanced Ritual, or I usually always do anyways. So, I mean, there's that. Now, like when it comes to like the extra deck, a lot of this, like I said before, you rarely ever use the extra deck, but it's just there to kind of have it. Having Revolval Chain to be able to stack either this or this to get this or this is always nice. And I've actually done it before while playing this deck. And I mean, it's just nice to have it. This is in case of the sided in or even the main deck skill drains. I know that Cleave Forts are going to probably either be maining them or side them in against certain matchups. And I mean, like, just having it is always nice. You hardly ever make 8s, believe it or not. I rarely ever do. But I've actually made it once or twice, and it was normally just Felgrim, but having a 3200 wall is always nice to have. So I mean, that's part of the reason why L stays in here, not to mention it can get rid of a card off your opponent's field for, you know, virtually free. So yeah, I don't know if I really need to explain anything else. A lot of these other exceeds are all generic, and a lot of the other card choices in here are kind of generic as well. The only other thing I can really mention is that I've been kind of tempted to play a third trade-in, but finding rooms not exactly that easy. I don't know. But yeah, I figured that this would be something kind of fun for you guys. I don't know, you know, let me know what you guys think of Demise. Did you actually play Demise back when it was kind of like tier 0 status? Because I personally remember that format. I loved playing the deck myself, but I hated playing against it. I don't know about anyone else if they played in that format or not. So if you played in that format, let me know what you thought of the format. Did you play the deck yourself? Did you hate playing against it? Did you have a good mirror match? Did you not? You know, etc., etc. Be sure to leave a comment, you know, telling me about that. And one other thing, Deck Doctor will return next week, so if you guys have a deck that you want to get fixed, be sure to message it here on the No Limit YouTube channel by going to our channel page, going to the About section, and clicking Send Message. Hopefully we can get to it in the upcoming weeks, and yeah. So if you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is Team709, signing out.